lot of possibilities open up when you're actually forced to do something with your time instead of just sitting idly and wasting it. And life is way too short just to miss opportunities because of distractions. But let me start from the beginning. So as some of you guys may already know, I've been playing with cameras and making videos for a while now, and I love it. And I don't know if it's a hobby, it's a job, whatever, but I have a lot of fun with it. And the stuff I've been making for Instagram, it's fun. I really like it, but a lot of it is kind of lacking meaning. It's just kind of something cool to look at, cool little edit. So my goal here is just to make something that, tells a story, has a little context, and just makes you think. So hope you enjoy first episode, I guess. Let me know. Social media. Everyone's on it, everyone's using it, and a majority of people are getting pretty distracted by it. I think there's a ton of potential for it, in business, still being social, and anything along those lines, but I also see kind of a lot of problems or issues that some people might face. And I think the number one issue is distraction, not looking up, and what I like to call being socially antisocial. And what I mean by that is, some people might find themselves hanging out with friends, doing something social at a bar or with family or whatever it is, and pulling out the phone. And I think the goal of being on the phone is to be social and interact with people and meet new people and everything. But doing that when you're with other people trying to be social is a little bit counterintuitive. So what I'm going to do this week is delete social media and just see what kind of productivity I can get, and go out, ride my bike, try something new, go paint, kind of maybe learn to cook something new, and just really try and have fun with it and see how much I can get done. So productivity, work ethic, those are two things I've always found really important in daily life and anything work related. And one thing I've noticed in the past couple of months, being on summer break, traveling a lot, and kind of having a little more free time than you would, say, during the school year or if you had a full-time job, is distractions. And the main distraction for me, social media. I think a lot of people get lost in it. They spend all this time on there and kind of think it's real. And, I won't say any names, but, there's some people that I follow that definitely are hyping themselves up more in the things that they're doing to make it seem better. Now, me personally, I like posting things that are kind of cool to watch, pictures of friends, stuff like that. But when I see people trying to, fake it till they make it, although maybe that can work for some people, I just think that's actually hindering their success in a way that's just going to hold them back. You can put something in your bio and pretend that you're something else, a business owner, a CEO, an entrepreneur, or whatever that may be. And you might see people on there that, it looks like they have money, or it looks like they're doing something really cool. And some of them are. I definitely do not doubt that. But a lot of them are not. A little while back, I put one of those reminders on Instagram to let you know when you've been on there for an hour a day. And I started to notice that would happen, before 7, 8, 9 p.m. And if you add that up, that's 7 hours a week. So if you think about it, there's a lot of things you could be doing. Listening to an audiobook for an hour a day, listening to a podcast for an hour a day, or doing something that's productive, that's actually going to make you better. And I think that's a really important thing to think about. Not that there's anything wrong with watching Netflix or going on Instagram or any social media, but I do think that too much of it cannot be good. I found myself pulling out my phone while watching a series on Netflix. It's supposed to be captivating, it's supposed to be paying attention to it, but no. Are you on your phone right now? And if you're watching it on your phone, that's cool. So I think being able to take some time off the phone and be more present and just kind of take a look around would be, one, really good for the mind, but two, really good for your life. So initially when I started this video, I kind of planned to take a week off social media and just see how it went. And then the week hit and I liked it. So many less distractions, so much less stuff going on, and so much less time wasted. I felt a lot more productive and just figured I'd give it another week. So today is the end of the 2 weeks, and here's a little bit on how my week went. a lot of us check social media so often because we feel like we might be missing out on something, whether it's a party, event, a destination, or a festival, whatever it may be. And I think the one thing I noticed not being on social media all the time was I didn't miss shit. So studies suggest that the average person checks their phone anywhere from 80 to 300 times a day. So if the average person checks their phone, say 100 times a day, and is on their phone or social media for 2 hours a day, that's a lot of distraction. If you sleep for 8 hours, which I hope you do, you're awake for 16, you might be working, you might be at school. If you're on your phone for 2 hours a day, that's almost 13% of your time spent awake. During these 2 weeks, I stopped making excuses on being busy or not having time for something. I felt like I had more genuine conversations with people, aside from a few who are still a little bit glued to their phones. But I think the main thing that I noticed during this short period of time without it is that there's a lot more time. So there's not 100 distractions a day when you're pulling out your phone. You can really just focus on the experience on whatever it is that you're doing. So super ecstatic to kind of get started on YouTube. I plan to post more videos coming soon. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you watching. And if you want, subscribe. And if you don't, definitely don't do that. Yeah, see you on the next one.